everything short of perfect, which is repeal, is been characterized by some people who haven't lifted a finger to help us. So I'm in the field, I'm in the battle, I'm in the middle of the war, and those people that are the biggest critics about this situation have done the least to help us.
His contention that you saw in the lead into this interview, to this video, that those who are critical of him, those who are most critical of him on this issue and other issues, and his lack of work and lack of honesty, are the ones that are doing nothing to help. They're doing the least. They won't lift a finger, as he said. And that really bothers me. And I'm going to tell you, when he is talking about that, he is not talking about the lack of voter participation on election day that got Governor Cuomo reelected. That is not what he's talking about. He says those who are critical of him, he's very clear, those who are critical of him on this issue, those who are most critical are those who are invested, who are informed, who are plugged in to this movement of freedom here in New York State and across the country. And the people that he is calling out, for him to sit in his cushy chair in his cushy office that's paid for by our tax dollars and pretend that his couple of months that he spends sitting in the Senate chambers or in his office in Albany somehow trumps the amount of work that is being done all across this state by thousands upon thousands of free men and women who do not travel on the government dime, who do not this is not their job. This is what they do because it is the right thing to do. They have traveled one end of this state to the other. Literally, as I said, thousands upon thousands. I'm just going to give you a few names. Mert Melfa, Tara Gowan-Fricano, Daniel Birch, Tim Flaherty, John Sheffield, Michelle Kuhn, Don Johnston, Brian Kosrick, Joe Messler, Maddie and Joel Zarpentine, Jody Jackson, George Curbelo, John Cosmetados. There are literally, for everybody I just named, there are 1,000 others who are giving up their free time in the nights, on the weekends. They are leaving their families at home to go to rallies, to go to events, to try and sway public opinion, to engage in this battle for the hearts and minds of the free men and women here in New York State. And for Senator Nozzolio to sit in his chair and insult the intelligence and the efforts of those people, myself included, is absolutely insulting, it's infuriating, and it's nonsense. To compare what you do, Senator, you're on the battlefield. You sit on your rear end and you make stupid deals while that's your job. That is what you do for money. We do this. We travel around. We engage in this battle on our own dime, on our own time, sacrificing our time with our families to benefit our freedoms and the free men and women, the freedoms of all free men and women across New York State. And I resent the fact that you make the implication that we don't lift a finger. Senator, you're the one who isn't lifting a finger. You think making some ridiculous deal that isn't a deal at all, getting a memorandum of agreement that isn't an agreement to do anything, and then claiming that you made some changes to the SAFE Act is somehow doing hard work. I have been to Albion. I have been to Batavia. I have been to Binghamton, Albany, New York City. I have been to Syracuse. I have traveled all over this state to events, and my travels pale in comparison to the travels of those people that I listed and thousands of others who are going from event to event to event to event, who are laboring for the hearts and minds of New Yorkers, who are engaged in this battle to win back the state of New York for free men and women everywhere. So I resent that.